What's going on, people? What's going on, man? Hope all is well. We're going to have a little interesting show today. What's going on? I'm streaming live on YouTube, all my Facebook platforms. What's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, let's talk about it. So we're going to talk about some interesting things. I'm going to bring on one of my friends here as well. Hey, what's going on? Go on ahead and add him to the stream. What's going on, man?
What up?
All right, cool. We're gonna go on ahead and talk about this gun team thing. So topic of discussions, by the way, you can go on ahead and follow on Facebook at Mike Brown Instructor Mike, either the Security Training Concepts platform, whatever the case may be. Follow on Instagram at Yes Mike Said It. Also Sandman to plug his stuff as well. TikTok, Yes Mike Said It. You can subscribe to the YouTube page, Instructor Mike. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. We will see your comments coming up here. Charles Worrell, what's going on from New York City? He said, please hold your jeers and pity. What's going on, Andy Ham? What's going on, Patah? How are you? Those of you all who want to be a part of the conversation, we always invite you to be a part of the conversation. Sandman, let them know how they could get, hear from your content, whatever the case may be.
Oh yeah, you just follow me on Instagram. That's Sandman Tracks, SANMANTRACKZ, Z as in zebra. That's where I'm at most of the time. Sometimes I'm on Facebook, but most of the time I'm on Instagram.
Yeah, that's it.
Like
that's it. There's always somebody trying to get me to run for mayor. Frank McLeod, what up, Mayor Mike? I'm not about that life. All right, somebody always wanted to run for mayor. All right, so let's go on ahead and play this video, and then we will definitely go on ahead and talk about it. Here we go from Superintendent Brown, courtesy of Fox 32.
Police Superintendent David Brown is creating a new team specifically dedicated to making sure fewer guns find their way onto Chicago.
Lost the audio to the clip, Mike.
With both the state's attorney's office and federal prosecutors to try to maximize any charges against gun vendors. The team's mission is to target illegal guns. David Brown is creating a new team specifically dedicated to making sure fewer guns find their way onto Chicago streets. It's a 50-member team composed of CPD officers, ATF task force officers, and CPD firearms investigators. They will be working with both the state's attorney's office and federal prosecutors to try to maximize any charges against gun offenders. The team's mission is to target illegal gun sellers, straw purchasers, and third-party purchasers who may have clean records that criminals use to buy guns.
Whoever these third parties are, we're coming for you to charge you. We're coming for you to charge you. And we're going to use this $1 million fund to create tips to out you. Someone knows who's being paid as a third party to purchase guns for a violent person in the city.
And Brown's referring there to a new $1 million fund to reward tipsters who report gun criminals and those third-party buyers through a brand new hotline they just set up. It's 24 hours, it's anonymous, and it is at cpdtip.com.
Breaking now.
All right, so do you really think... Go ahead, you go first. God damn it.
Well, first of all, it's reinventing the wheel, because prior to the DCO teams and moving officers that were on TAC teams, you had TAC teams that were dedicated to guns. That was their prime objective, was guns and gangs. And now you move that, and now you want to reestablish only 50 people. That's not enough. You need people in every district dedicated to that. All these hot districts, you talk about 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 11, shit, even 3 and 2 to some degree. You got some hot districts they need them resources every day. And they dismantled that. So now you want to bring 50 people in. along with the federal agent task force. So you know that the Fed's gonna be running point on that. We already know that, you know. Yeah. But you need gun teams in these neighborhoods. Period.
You know, it's like, are we reinventing the wheel here? Which is it? You know, you want people to actually I don't know. It's funny because those of you who are watching, I definitely want you all to go to YouTube and then go to the Cook County Lighton Courthouse, room 100. I invite you all to look at that. Why do I invite you all to look at that? Because, you know, they're talking about gun teams, you know, trying to hit up people. What are you getting gun teams for if you're not going to have the officers who are going to go out there and do the job? Can we eat our cake and have it too?
Right.
I just don't understand that. How do you sit there and stop persons who are preying on the community without having persons who are ready to catch these persons preying on the community? And then another thing that I found that was disturbing too, I want you all to go, if you're in Chicago, in Cook County, you know, the people fail for the lack of knowledge. I want you all to go to YouTube, go and look up Cook County Courtroom 100, the Lighton Criminal Courthouse building. I think we talked about that too. How they are prosecuting persons for firearms, you know, and when they prosecute, obviously for firearm violations and stuff like that, I don't mind the persons that are not supposed to have the firearms, them getting prosecuted, but it's just like all this chase to boost up the numbers of how many guns they have actually taken into custody. And then you're getting guys who don't have, you know, they got FOID cards. And for those of you all in YouTube, you know, and in other places that's not Illinois, the firearms owner's identification card is a card that they have to have. We all have to say that we own a firearm. And then there's a separate card, the concealed carry license, that we have to have in order to be able to possess it. But, you know, it's the thing where you're locking folks up. I want you to be conscious of what you have on your firearm, because they are using every particular thing that you have on your firearm, from your threaded barrel that they are saying is used to mount a suppressor, which I don't know too many people in Illinois that actually even own those. I'm sure they do under the table, but you can't have that in Illinois.
Unless you have an FFL. You have a stamp for it. You have a stamp for it.
Yeah,
you got 2 years. Who's going to do that?
Absolutely. Yep, got a tax stamp for it. You're able to have it, stuff like that. But if you don't have that, you're not able to even own that. But they are using that against you. If you got a red dot optic, they're using that against you. You know, it's just absolutely crazy. You know, what are your thoughts about that? And I'm going to put Patah's comments up there too, and let's address that too. Go ahead.
What I think is, I mean, it doesn't matter if you have a red dot. It doesn't matter if you have a laser. It doesn't matter if you have just iron sights. A gun is going to get used violently, illegally, if the user, the operator of that gun, his intended purposes is to use it in a, you know, say, a violent manner towards an innocent person. Because even if that person slapped your mama, they don't deserve to get shot. In most cases. In most cases. So you're still you're attempting murder against somebody. It doesn't matter what sites you have on that. So that's to me just silly, you know, because in my mind, you know, we people watch. You know, one thing I learned from Mike Brown as an instructor is to always people watch. I never really people watched when I went to the range. I ain't gonna say I didn't care. I just wasn't interested. But Mike was like, yo, you got to people watch. And since I've been people watching, some of these people need red dots and lasers and shit to make sure they hit the fucking target. I'm just
that's a whole other conversation about the red dot too.
Yeah, they need as much assistance as they could possibly get. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now, here we go. We're going to sidebar here because I'm going to post this up because I put this on a lot of my different platforms and stuff like that. So I didn't get a chance to make the class. Can I get my refund? Denise, no. We have a no refund policy. You don't get a refund. Whatever the reason was, you didn't get a chance to get to the class. that's not something that we control. We have packed classes. My dates are online at MikeBrownsClass.com. You were more than welcome to pop up and say, hey, I want to get into this class. I paid for this class, and we totally understand that. We could reschedule for another class, stuff like that. I know if I paid for a class, Mike Brown, not firearms instructor, whatever the case may be, I know if I paid for something, I'm showing up because I paid for it. I'm going to show up. So, I appreciate your comment. Obviously, yes, Patah, please. Oh my God, I gotta show you that. Here we go. Matter of fact, I'll answer your question, Rizza. And there's nothing against you, Denise. It's all good, but it says it all on my website. It says it all in my text messages, all in everything. No refund policy. Read the small print. Even I know it. It was in large fonts. I really want you to understand that I put that there for a reason. I can't get my money back for what I have to pay for to have the class. So no, you don't get a refund. Now we could put you in another class. I'd love to have you. But I think another person said the same comment and they went someplace else to get training. Those are not controls that I control my controllables, not the other aspects of certain things. Okay. And I really want you to, get into the class and stuff like that. Okay. So hopefully that does help you. You can go ahead and text. I'll throw the number across the screen for you. Text 773-372-3929. Go ahead and give me a call or text me, preferably text me, and I'll go on ahead and respond to you, and we'll just take it from there. I'm a very, very busy person. Even Sandman knows that. I'm a very busy person. So, yeah, I know. And, just charge it to me being busy trying to help so many people, not to the fact that you just couldn't reach me, okay? You said I was trying to reschedule it. Okay, good. Okay, Denise, yeah, text me. I'll reschedule you. It's no problem. I will definitely reschedule you. And that's why I put posts and comments like this up here, because I want to be transparent. Yes. Okay. I will definitely reschedule you. Matter of fact, I got a class July 31st. Okay. July 31st, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Plenty of room. Well, no, it's starting to get filled up, but I got room to put you. Okay. So message me. We'll go ahead and get that squared away. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, William. On YouTube, that's more than beyond fair. Even given a chance to come back later, absolutely, because I do understand. I do understand that any one-to-one scheduling. Yes, we do the one-on-one scheduling stuff like that. Yes, Denise. See, conflict resolution. Let's get this going because I want you to get this class. We have so much fun in class. I want you to go to my YouTube page, Instructor Mike. Go and look and see how I teach. You'll learn some stuff even before you get up in there. You said Primo Fontaine, one of the best Glock toting gospel drummers I know. Love you too. Hey, I'm not carrying a Glock right now, am I, Sandman?
No, you're not.
Well, I am in front of the Glock 26, but primarily I switched to this 6 hour, and we're gonna have a conversation about the red dot. Sandman hadn't gone over to the red dot yet, but and I'm on the fence about the red dot too. So we'll definitely have a conversation about that because it's different. It is definitely different. It slowed me down, and I don't want to get into it slowed me down just a little bit because there's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. Yeah, it's a learning curve. I love my irons, and maybe that's why I'm still holding on to the 26 in my appendix because I don't know. It's a learning curve to it.
It definitely is.
Yeah,
I mean, because I've been doing rifles. Like I told you, I've been doing rifles way longer than I've been doing pistols. And I pretty much started off on irons, just running irons. And then about 2006, switched over to red dots. See, red dots, in my opinion, didn't really start becoming really popular until people start coming back from Afghanistan and with special forces and all that shit. That's when I see it. I could be wrong. That's when I really, really, really saw the jump. So, you switch to red dots and it's like, now I'm used to, I've been working with a red dot since 06. And it's like, I actually pulled my irons up on my rifle one time and I was like, damn, okay, this is different. Because now my brain is used to that dot. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for that dot. So it wasn't like, lining up the front sight the rear sight to the front sight on a rifle. It was different. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I ain't done this in a long time. I became relying on that red dot. So now I'm telling myself like I need to train myself on the iron sights in case the red dot fails, because it can fail. It's a machine. You know what I mean? And people now are using the red dots on the pistols. Now, I have a red dot on my 45 caliber, my dresser gun. I have that, and I have a flashlight. I guess because of dark situations and all other shit, maybe, middle of the night, who knows. But I do not carry a red dot, nor do I intend on carrying one on my everyday carry. I'm gonna rely on my irons. I mean, because some of them, when you move them, they cut on. Some of them, you actually got to press a button for it to turn on. Okay, if I'm pressing a button for it to turn on and I just have it on, the battery is eventually going to run out, and then the day gonna come, that motherfucker ain't working. So whatever. It's just too many variables for me. So I just rely on the iron sights for my everyday carry. That's just me.
I gotta point out Marcus Miranda of P6 Firearms and Training. I absolutely loved attending his course. Great instructors, work with great instructors, stuff like that. He is putting up what's going on, Andre, on YouTube. He's putting comments here. Marcus. No, his name is not Marcus. It looks like it's Marcus. It's Marquise. And if he was in front of me, he's like, get my name right. Marquise Miranda, you all follow his stuff. Marquise, put your stuff on there so I can put it on the screen so people could get to your class, stuff like that. He has a red dot class that he's going to be hosting with TK at his range in Burlington, Wisconsin. And by the way, we're going up there this Sunday on the 25th as a part of our range outing, stuff like that. But he's right. Your red dot shows where your form and draw are lacking. You had a body longer than you had a gun. And if your body skills are crappy, your gun skills, it's the red dot shit. It's like, if your form is horrible, you're not going to find that dot. If your grip is horrible, you're not going to find that dot. If you don't bring that firearm up to your eye. And one thing you said, Marquise, that helped me before I even got into your class was you got to keep your eye on the deadly threat. And then with you bringing your firearm up towards that deadly threat, the dot, the gun, and your eye will marry. Correct me if I'm wrong. But ever since then, I've been doing great with the red dot, but there still is a slight learning curve. Because with irons, irons are easy. But the red dot, there is a learning curve. You said, when I saw you yesterday, Kavaris, what's going on, man? He saw me at the range. He said, when I saw you yesterday, I was going to get a red dot installed on my EDC, but I'm just going to get it on my home protection gun. Marquise, here we go. And if you don't know your point of aim, the struggle is real. Yeah, man. Yes. Point of aim, and point of impact. Oh my God, you are correct. Because there are differences, especially when you're talking about shooting out at distances where you think you're going to hit. You're not actually going to hit. Your point of aim and point of impact may be slightly off depending on your distance. You said, and how is that possibly going to stop anyone who cares less about the laws? The rhetoric is going to only hurt law-abiding citizens. Yes, Andy.
Absolutely.
That's back
Andy,
to.
Yeah, Andy was absolutely right, Andy. You're 100% correct. All these laws are only going to hamper law-abiding citizens. They actually need some of these tools. People that need red dots, people that need lasers, people that need that shit.
And that's the thing.
I'm all for all of it.
You said natural point of aim and knowing your body positioning is key. So, hey, those of you all who have red dots, don't get me wrong. My Glock 19, you all have seen me carry. I still have her. She is just on leave of absence. She is not in retirement. I will not sell her because I love her. Matter of fact, Marquise, when I did your class out there, it was with the Glock 19 because I didn't have a holster then for the red dot and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm just still on the fence. I love my irons, man. I mean, I shoot well with that. So we got more content that we're definitely going to have. I love this platform. Shouts out to StreamYard. Amazing platform. All these graphics, all this great stuff. I just love it. So if you all want to be a part of this, you want to add to it. Marquise, if you want to come on, I'd love to have you on here. I could have as many as 10 guests on this bad boy. We could go, and then you could be in the comforts of your home, in your car, all that great stuff. So Andre Lewis on YouTube says, so are you recommending Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Marquise. That's high praise, and likewise too. So, are you recommending not getting a red dot because I thought it would almost guarantee more accuracy? No, 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 no. I am not recommending not getting a red dot. If that even made sense, I'm not recommending that. I will always love my irons, always, 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 always. But I will say this: you have to learn the red dot because I already shoot with both eyes open. I'm left eye dominant. But one of the positive things I can say about shooting with the red dot is if I had any issues with both eyes being open with irons, I definitely don't have them now with a red dot. It's amazing. But you still have your body tactics, your body positioning, your natural point of aim, your form. Those things have to be intact. I would argue, and Marquise, correct me if I'm wrong, I yield to people with greater experience on that red dot. These tactics with your body already need to at least be 99% intact so that when you get the red dot, there's just only fine tuning and adjusting that needs to take place. If your body tactics are horrible, the red dot is just going to hurt your ego. Just like when I see people go on the range, absolutely, Marquise. I'm going to put your comments up there, and William, I'm going to put yours too. Just like what I'm talking about with, here we go. What was I talking about? Red dot? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've had a body. Oh, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. Sidetrack. Lasers. You know how many people, and I know you've seen it too, Sandman. You know how many people go on the range and have lasers and still miss? Go.
Yeah, because they're not calibrating the laser, you know what I'm saying? Zeroing it. They're not zeroing the laser, they just put it on there. I'm for all that stuff. Get the red dot, get the laser, but you have to educate yourself on it. You have to train yourself. And like Marquis said, you know what I'm saying, your body mechanics, how you draw, the grip of your gun, all that shit gotta be correct. Because if you don't have any of that shit down pat, it doesn't matter what you put on that gun. You're still gonna miss your mark. You know, and I can tell people all the time, if you're all over the paper at the range, you're probably gonna miss if it come down to the shit. Seriously. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it all comes down to the training the mind, training muscle memory, knowing your holster. All that shit Marquis said is 100% correct. You know, are you training with your holster? Are you doing your draws at home? You know what I'm saying? Are you doing your trigger pulls? That's the shit that people got to do. So you have all the fancy shit on your gun. If you don't know how to operate that motherfucker on the fundamentals, doesn't mean nothing.
Absolutely. I agree. Yep. I'm going to answer your question. I saw this here, Primo Fontaine. What's going on? You inspired me to move from my love for the Glock 33 to the 26, but I want your opinion of the Taurus as far as functionality. I'm going to sit here and say I did a review. Did I do a review on the Taurus? I think I did. Maybe I just didn't post it. Okay, so if you got to get something, sure. All right, the Taurus G3C is one of the guns that I did do something on. The trigger reset is good. I don't have any issue with that. Andy, you're correct on that. The trigger reset, I don't have an issue with that, but you got to be careful if you don't understand how to correctly hold that firearm in your hand. Here we go. Point, touch, wrap, lay down. Just simple things like this that would actually get you to learn to get that thumb out the way. You go ahead and put your thumb back here on that Taurus G2C or whatever. That there are some edges, and I can't show the gun because whenever I do that, YouTube sees the gun, they will kill it. They won't let it stand. So you just got to work with what we got. But you put the edges near your thumb right there. There are some edges on the slide. They are razor sharp. You will remember never to put your thumb back there. That's about the only thing I can say about that Taurus G3C. Other than that, it was a good pistol, and it actually, it did better than what I thought it was going to do. But the Taurus TX22 22 caliber training pistol, that's a good pistol. I'm not too much of a fan of a lot of Tauruses, but that's just where I'm at. That's the only experience I have. Well, besides that, Taurus PT 111, something like that, which I think is an offshoot of what is now the Taurus G2, G3 model, stuff like that. And then the Beretta 92 FS makeup of whatever Taurus made that's equivalent to that. But other than that, I don't really deal with Tauruses like that, so I can't really give you more of an opinion beyond just my experience. You had experience with the Taurus, same thing, Marquise. You had experience. Marquise, if you want to come in, if you're able to, I'll send you the link. Just text me or message me. I'll send you the link and you can come in and be a part of this conversation. I love it.
A Taurus was one of the first pistols I ever shot before I bought a Glock. The very first pistol I ever owned, a lot of people don't know because I got a lot of Springfields, was actually a Glock. But I actually shot a Taurus when I first got my 40 card, was able to buy a pistol when I was 21. And the trigger pull was a little heavy for me, but I'm going to tell you something. Without what you got, learn how to work that motherfucker. Learn how to work it. I don't give a fuck what you got. You got a fucking high point. Learn how to work that bitch. And then you'll be good. Master it. Master whatever you carry. Because a lot of people get caught up in brands, and you may be a person that like a heavy trigger pull. You may think, you know what I'm saying, a light pull is bad for you. You may be like that. Don't ever let nobody tell you what gun to get. If you got that gun, it operates and it works well, and it's feeding, the magazine is feeding properly, you know what I'm saying, the slide is working properly, then use it. Use it. Yeah, be effective on that tool. It don't matter what you get. You got to go to the most expensive gun in the world. If you know what the fuck you're doing, no matter. You know?
I agree. Yep. D. Benoit said, I know someone who cut his finger by not holding his pistol right. Yes, that is a thing that does absolutely happen. You said, William Nunez, exactly. Even if the pistol is a mini-me. Yes. Seems like we lost Sam. And oh, there you go. Okay.
No, you didn't. One of the ladies was texting, so I had to, you know.
Yeah, you good. We can still hear you. LaBrittany, what's going on? LaBrittany said, I love my Kimber. LaBrittany was one of my students. Yes. Cordero Cunningham. I agree. So if you all want to, I definitely love it when former students, subscribers, whatever the case may be, you all want to come in, you know, talk about things, talk about different topics, stuff like that. If you want to be a guest on any of my lives, you're more than welcome. I was a Tuesday night. It's typically my Instagram night, which it still is. I'm going to go Instagram live on Yes Mike Said It and talk about some things, stuff like that. Also, and then Wednesday night, consistently every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Same thing with Tuesday night, Wednesday night, but Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time or Central Daylight Time, whatever the case may be in Chicago. That's when I'm going to be going live on Instagram. On YouTube and Facebook, these platforms, just like how you see now. I was just doing this just as a test. It's working wonderful. But I don't want it to be just about me. That's how it's been in previous stuff like that. My opinions. But I love you guys' opinions. I love it when you comment stuff like that. And now I even want you to be on here, right? Because it makes it for a more robust conversation. I love it. It's just better. So let's get to the next topic. Look, in Kenosha, Wisconsin, there was a carjacking that occurred, and a 13-year-old girl was shot. Yes, she was shot in Kenosha, Wisconsin. You said, Mike, you the best training I know, and I love to get more training. Yes. Oh, before we get to that, July 25th, all right, this Sunday, we are going to Burlington, Wisconsin. I'm going to put some videos up here too. We're going to go, and I'm going to answer your question, Rissa, so don't go anywhere. We're going to get to that question too. We're going to Burlington, Wisconsin, which is 30 minutes north of Chicago, 30 minutes north of Great America, about an hour, 30-minute drive. So you can go out there, shoot stuff like that. I'll put on some little class training stuff, show some little stuff. What did you think about when we went out there? Sandman was out there.
I loved it. You know what I'm saying? It was good.
Yep. Oh, he got caught mid-sneeze. Jesus
took him in
there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's always fun shooting. I love shooting outdoors, man. And you know, the fact that you had two instructors, because like I tell people all the time, man, I'm a student for life. You know, some people see me, they be like, "Oh man, you really good." I be like, "Look, bro, I'm a student. I'm going to remain humble. I want to learn. And if this is an opportunity for me to learn something, I am going to learn. I don't care if it's something that I already learned 5 months ago. Show me again. Show me again. It's all about, being repetitive in your actions. And I think TK and Mike do very well together training. And if anybody on this live, I saw a young lady, she said she got a concealed carry class. If you're not doing nothing this Sunday, you need to be in Burleson, Wisconsin. Because you're going to get a lot of free game for the money. A lot of free game.
Marquise, if you're watching, I just sent you the link. Those of you all who are watching, please like, comment, share, get in on the conversation. If you want to be a part of it and you got something to add, stuff like that, go on ahead. I'll send you the link. You can come on in, stuff like that. Just make sure, you're being respectful with your comments and stuff like that. I'd love to have you be a part of this stuff. I want to make my channels about you all. I want to make them about you all, your questions and stuff like that. It's always amazing when we get to do that. Marquise, if you're watching, I did send you the link. He got it. So we're going to go on ahead and see you can pop on in, and then we'll let him put his blessings upon the channel. He teaches a lot of rifle self-defense classes, stuff like that, Marine Corps veteran, stuff like that. And I definitely, again, want to say for the Marine Corps veteran who was shot who was killed in Hyde Park, man, that was a sad thing. And it's good to see, hey, what's going on? It's good to see that. Yeah, that was very sad indeed. What's going on? What's up, Marcus? What's up, man?
Mm-hmm.
All right, can I hear you?
What's going on, Mr. Miranda?
What's going on, gentlemen? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh, no. You keep rolling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chime in when it's time for me to chime in.
Yes, sir. All right. So let's go on ahead and go into the next story, which we're going right over to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Those of you all who are watching, I'm seeing 37 viewers. We know we can get some more people in this conversation. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. Also, Marquise is going to plug his stuff. Same thing for Sandman. Anybody else, I always want you to share this platform to be able to plug your stuff so that people can get out to other instructors that are on this platform and get more training. It ain't just, well, come to Mike Brown. Hell no, because to build this house, you're going to have plenty of people who's going to give you great training, stuff like that. So make sure you add people to this conversation, share, tag some people if they want to get. Let me tell your ass something. 16 hours is not freaking enough. You understand that? 16 hours.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to gas your ass up to sit here and tell you 16 hours isn't enough. Okay, because I'm telling you, 16 hours ain't enough. In fact, you can go ahead and go to Mike Brown's merch because I got the shirt here that said my concealed carry instructor Mike said 16 hours ain't enough. And I'm going to put another shirt up there saying I ain't going to gas your ass to make you think that little certificate is going to be enough. You're going to fuck around and get your ass killed the whole time. And we're going to go ahead and go to a sad situation that occurred in Kenosha, Wisconsin, with a 13-year-old who actually tried to drive off. In fact, she did drive off with the car and got. Let's listen to the story. Here we go.
Breaking now, a girl is shot during an attempted car theft in Kenosha. Police say someone left a car running at a gas station. The 13-year-old girl jumped in and drove off. The owner of the car fired shots, hitting the teen. She is in critical condition.
And the 13-year-old girl who was shot in Kenosha while allegedly trying to steal a car. Police said today that the young carjacking suspect will face charges in juvenile court when she gets out of the hospital. Kenosha police say the man who shot her is also facing charges of recklessly endangering safety. He is still in custody.
Wake up, we're gone.
Oh, we're going to get to that story. You see that right there. I know, Sandman, you ready. Boy, listen. You see that other story right there. All right, so, Marquise, I'm going to start with you. Go.
All right. So you've heard me say it multiple times, even in that one class you took with me. It's called self-defense, not stuff defense. Let that car go. You got that insurance. Again, was it right for the teenager to sneak and steal somebody's car? No. No one is ever going to condone bad behavior. We're not saying, hey, people need to just go ahead and be able to steal stuff without consequence. I'm not saying that. There should definitely be a consequence, but it's called self-defense, not stuff defense. If you can't account for every one of those shots, and again, we preach, let me phrase this. I ain't gonna say we, because we got a lot of instructors.
Yeah.
There I am.
Gas
it. And it's that concept of understanding that when a person is fleeing, they are no longer a threat. You got to suck it up. And this is the second case I've heard of, I think in the last 6 months, where the other gentleman in Chicago did the same thing, except he stalked both of the drivers when they ran out of gas, snuck up on them, and then shot them. Again, self-defense, not stuff defense. Mm-hmm. Stuff defense might get you a prison husband or a prison wife. That's just how I feel, though.
Yeah, you're correct. And you get that question. I know you get it. I know I get it. I know Sandman, in your travels, you hear it. You get that question. What if they get into the car or you let them into the car? Can you shoot them as they're driving off? This is an example of what happens when you do that. Okay, so let's just say you hit that person and strike this person like this shooter did. And by the way, the shooter's born in 95, though their information, all that stuff. They actually shot this person. Cool. Let's just say you incapacitate this person. That does not stop the vehicle. It does not stop the vehicle. So now you're talking about the laws of physics. That vehicle has to be met with something of equal or opposite or greater force to stop it. And that is, in fact, recklessly endangering the public.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually surprised he's not charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Because if I was a prosecutor, that's what I would charge him with. I'm going to tell you why. Because first, it's Wisconsin. So I know some of the laws mirror ours, but I know there are some differences. But let's just say this happened in Illinois, because most of your people on here are, I'm assuming, from Chicago. A person breaking into your car is a misdemeanor. It is not a forcible felony. So let's just say, for instance, if I walk outside this house and somebody's at my Jeep, I'm going to be caring. I'm going to be on the phone. Oh my God, officer, they're taking my car. I'm not fit to engage them, because the moment I'm engaged, they're going to have a pair of nice shiny bracelets for me. All right, Mr. Tiggins, put your hands behind your back, because you got to see that DA shooting team. And guess what? If you sit with their ass longer than an hour, your ass is going to jail forever. You know what I'm saying? That's a homicide or assault with a deadly weapon over a car. No, they can have that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? My life is not in danger. I'm going to look at them. I'm going to be on the phone. I'm going to stand right in front of my house. I'm going to be on the phone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to think about drawing on them. For what? It's because all niggas want to do is cost me my freedom. Sure. So you got to put your pride, your ego aside when you carry.
You got to. Yeah, I will say this for the record. Nothing that any instructor teaches you will keep you out of jail, because you can still do everything right and get falsely arrested. That is not why you carry a firearm to avoid jail. You carry the firearm for when you have no other choice. You use that firearm and hope that things will work. Because people have been shot in areas where they should have died and they didn't. They've been shot in areas where they should not have died and they did.
Yep.
Firearm is not a magical tool. It's not a magical bullet. It works if it works. If they stop and they look incapacitated, doesn't mean they're dead. But it's self-defense, not stuff defense. In fact, I'm going to put that up there. You got people hashtagging your stuff, Marquis. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you already know. The first thing I tell everybody, I don't hide nothing. Take it, steal it, borrow it, share it.
Yes, sir.
If I'm giving you the knowledge, write that stuff down, sell it. I don't care. My thing is that as long as you're not keeping it to yourself,
yes, I'm
perfectly fine with it.
Yes.
You know, even when we all do the concealed carry, we all do other training and stuff like that. I hate to say it, I base my concealed carry class off being an executive protection specialist. If this ain't my problem, we out.
Yes.
We out. When I'm with my wife, she understands you're my principal.
Yes.
When I say something's at that door and we at this door, I'm grabbing you, we going out that door. The only time I'm drawing is if the door I need to get out is blocked by you and you need not be there. Because now I go back into those 4 rules. I have no reasonable means of escape. I'm not my monkeys, not my circus. I'm good. Whatever you doing over there, I'm out. Who? You know how much bullets cost? You know how much ammunition costs for a hollow point?
Go ahead, say
man. $100. They told us $100 yesterday. $100 yesterday. They told us,
dude,
25 or some shit.
I put you like this. I'm trying to walk around with a super magnet. Like if I shoot you, I want a magnet to pull that round right back out.
Right back out, yes.
We're gonna stuff this back up in here. Yep. Okay.
I'll be sitting here like a musket.
Right. So,
shit. I'm a lightsaber y'all ass in a minute.
Right. But I will sit there and say this. And this is why it's important. And you just brought up, you bringing up another conversation, which is why I love it. Whoever you're with has to understand your mindset that, independent stuff, don't get me wrong, independently dependent. We depend on each other. You can do what I can do and vice versa. But kids, you guys are my principals. The wife, the husband for you ladies or whatever this generate, you get it, principal. We got to go. People don't understand, even looking at the Secret Service. Oh man, all of you guys are ready to sit there and fight and shoot. No, the people around the president, they are exfilling, they're moving to extract. It's the cat teams and the other people on the outer layers that's dealing with whoever's shooting. Our job is to get them in the limo, make ourselves big in the event we need to. Shouts out to Chief Timothy McCarthy, who took the bullet for Reagan. That's your job. Make yourself big if you need to. Get them in, get them out. That's it. Great thing, Marquise. Great thing. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And man, I think we've come to that time where people think the gun is what used to be liquid courage is now solid courage. I tell people in a heartbeat. Remember those back in the 90s, the What Would Jesus Do bracelets?
Yeah, I remember those. I had one.
I'm trying to get to the point of what would you do without the gun?
Yes.
Like, I would love to try to figure out those bracelets and get those going.
Yes.
Because
I think y'all just thought of $1 million idea. There y'all go. Make it work.
Let's do it, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, that's us. I swear for God. If one of you watches, try your best to go ahead and get that going. Me and Mike gonna have the black bag.
Your ass, yeah. Yeah. What would you do if you had no gun to use? Without that gun, you not going nowhere. Now you got the gun and you go into all the dangerous blocks, putting it on all the chiefs and foe in them. I just don't get it.
Right.
Get it. So use what occurred in this Wisconsin thing to know we don't. Once they're in the car, the crime has technically been considered to have been committed. It's done. If your life is not in danger,
it's not in the commission no more.
Marquise, go.
So you already know. I mean, you hit it right on the head. I'm sorry. If it's gone, LIG it. Let it go. You gotta let it go. The car is gone. 911, what's your emergency? Listen, I was standing on the corner of such and such. This is where I'm located. The car went in this direction. Here's my license plate. Can you call me an Uber? No. you gotta LIG it.
Something. Here's another one I'm gonna tap on. Another story, and that's the governor is urging, or not the governor, but people are urging the governor to declare a state of emergency and get the National Guard down here to patrol. Let's watch this. Here we go.
With gunfires, and I go back to sleep listening to gunfires.
This latest shooting compounding an extremely violent week in Chicago.
Some activists are now calling on the governor to declare a state of emergency.
Nate Rogers live outside Chicago Police headquarters with more. Nate.
That's right, guys. Those leaders speaking outside Chicago Police headquarters earlier today saying Mayor Lightfoot and Police Superintendent David Brown cannot combat violence alone. They're saying, in their words, if Governor Pritzker does not step in immediately, thousands more people will be shot this year.
You got racial and economic injustice. You got high incarceration rate. You got high unemployment rate. You got poor neighborhoods. You got under-resourced schools.
To combat ongoing violence, local activists now begging Governor Pritzker to declare a state of emergency. Demands include more mental health resources, massive job programs, and youth activities.
I wake up with gunfires and I go back to sleep listening to gunfires.
Pam Bosley's son Terrell was shot and killed right in front of a church at 116th and Halsted in 2006. His killer remains unidentified.
Every single day, I'm trying to help bury another child, and that hurts.
Requests for help at the state level comes after Governor Andrew Cuomo declared an emergency for gun violence in New York State. 51 people were shot there over the 4th of July weekend. In the city of Chicago, more than 100 people were shot this past weekend. 18 died. Chicago's death toll now, 357 people killed this year.
Gun violence costs every taxpayer $541 annually. Gun violence is the leading cause of death among children and teenagers in Illinois.
And of course, we reached out to Governor Pritzker's office earlier today about the activists' demands. We're still waiting to hear back. Live at Chicago Police Headquarters, Nate Rogers, Fox 32 News.
Y'all better look. I'm telling you, who's gonna protect you? Go ahead, Marquise. Go ahead.
Boy, that boy Nate Rogers. That boy Nate Rogers' beard looked like Fat Pie in Brooklyn.
His beard is on point.
This shit is shining.
Right. Let me just kind of, you know what I'm saying? We gotta come all the way up. Dude,
hey, we gotta do the
I'm
Nate.
Right here tonight.
What I wish.
right.
Why are we feeling like this is crazy? Go ahead.
Hey, so real quick, I ain't doing that though, because like I said, I gotta breathe. Like I use head and shoulders because I ain't got no neck.
This shit got waves in it. Hey, Marquise, his beard got waves in it, bro. He got three beard.
Did you feel seasick? I felt seasick for like 3 seconds, though.
Right.
So, real quick, did you notice the deep breath my man made right before he started talking? You know what? I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody else, the external mental deep breath you take is you rolling your eyes at what you're about to say.
You know it's bullshit.
Like the minute you go, we're standing right here. Nah, dude. Nah. You already knew you finna be just
right.
You just finna start shoveling.
Yeah.
You know, and my thing is that it's always, it's now a state of emergency. It wasn't a state of emergency last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that, it was no state of emergency. Gun violence is the problem, but you just pointed out that we need more mental health programs. So do we have a gun problem or a people problem?
Mental health, right.
Because in my mind, there was some, I'm not allowed to use name calling. There was a very not smart person who made a comment that because guns are so easy and they're on the shelves, it makes people want to buy guns. Guess what else is not on shelves? Coke, meth, weed. Well, weed is now on shelves. Now. You know, we gotta take a good example from Illinois. You can't be a drug dealer, but the minute Illinois needed money, drugs became legal for them.
Yes.
And we still waiting for some of those brothers and sisters to be released. But let's not go there. That's another political talk for another day.
Yeah.
But you talking about the gun violence, mental health, jobs. Pick your poison. You're not going to try to group all those things together and get one solid fix. everybody wants common sense gun laws. The common sense gun law is don't shoot people. Go buy a gun legally and don't shoot people. That's your common sense gun law. But every time there's a shooting, the first words come out of everybody's mouth is, well, you know what? It's the NRA's fault. I can bet money that everybody who commits a shooting isn't an NRA member. And I bet that gun is not something that they bought legally inside of a gun store. Now, if they girl bought the gun legally, or if they man bought the gun legally to give it to their girl, because hey, let's not pretend. There's some female gangbangers out here too. Let's not pretend. Violence is equal opportunity. You know, but we're playing this game of it's the gun's fault. We've been suffering here in Chicago. This ain't current events. You know, look at what happened with Otis McDonald. The man who gave, and I say it like this, and I've had people who argue me down, but it is what it is. The man who gave us concealed carry.
Yes.
That's the man who gave us concealed carry. Not Rauner, not who was the mayor at that time, man? Rahm Emanuel.
Daly.
None of them cats gave us concealed carry.
He's talking about the mayor at the time that the
when it was the law.
It was Rahm Emanuel. It was in 2013. Go ahead.
Right. So if you want a statue erected, that's the man who I want. I need my man Otis, maybe with like 2 Glocks like this, standing in City Hall. But if you want to talk about gun violence, let's talk about our drug issues. The fact that somehow, some way, you can't stop drugs being on the street. And if you really want to have a conversation, name 1 4th of July in Illinois where fireworks was legal.
Right.
But they're always going off between June and August. So if you can't stop fireworks, what you gonna do about illegal guns?
Shot Spotter had to be turned off on the 4th. I'm guaranteeing.
Man.
Oh my God.
They was 19 Paul and everything. I had a scanner on that night. But see, here's the thing that get me, Marquise. Last year in 2020, when President Trump, you go to release the hounds, whatever they need, whatever the Chicago needs, we're going to give it to them. They was like, no, fuck you. You don't want your federal agents. You don't want none of your shit. Now everybody like, oh yeah, we need the federal. We're going to get a federal tax. Come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was okay with letting this shit get out of control the way that it did last year instead of getting the help. I don't care if you don't like him. If he's offering you something, you need to take it. It costs you nothing.
You're missing the point. It's social justice over social distancing.
Right. Absolutely.
Stay true.
Absolutely.
Stay true,
right.
brother.
And do you see who was in the activists are requesting for help? None other than J. Mulgrew.
Your man's. That's your man's. That's your man's in them.
Hey, he got some points. Go ahead, man.
Look, man, I've been overseas before. I know how that shit look like when the military stand on every corner. Y'all don't want that shit here. No. In my mind, I could be wrong. You got a bunch of motherfuckers standing around in uniforms. They're not going to be armed. They're not going to give them rifles. They're not going to give the National Guard rifles and tell them, you know what I'm saying, patrol neighborhoods. I don't see that happen. They didn't do it during the fucking uprising.
Yes, they will.
I did not see that one. I don't recall. I could be wrong. I don't recall seeing the National Guard that I saw. I don't recall having rifles. But let's say if they did have rifles, it's going to be a curfew. You think these motherfuckers are really going to allow somebody to tell them they can't go to the liquor store at 10 o'clock at night?
Go ahead, Marquise.
They did have rifles, but did you notice the type of rifles they had and how there was no magazines in them?
Yes,
they had rifles.
Oh, I ain't see that.
Yes, because you know why? You want to know why you saw it but didn't see it? It's because people see guns and they're not thinking loaded or unloaded. They see gun, they think, let me not test you. It didn't even matter that the guns was loaded. After that stuff happened at the Capitol, they put all those National Guards at the U.S. Capitol, And when you look at the video, none of them had magazines in the guns.
Yes.
Bruh. So you have a party.
I never noticed that.
Bruh, trust me. I peep everything, but I keep my mouth closed because of my other job that I work.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you look at the concept, we have the biggest hypocrites you will ever see. You don't need a gun, but we need guns to protect us because we're more important than you, and you don't need a gun to protect yourself. You got us to protect you. Let me tell you something. The worst words I would ever hear come out of a government official mouth is we're here to help you. A person who lives in a gated community with armed guards, and again, some of us been to the Capitol and we know the hardware some of those EPs are using. Some of those secret services are using. Some of that hardware has one trigger pull. And many rounds go in a different direction of that one trigger pull.
5.7. Yeah.
5.7, or well, you know what? Let's not even go there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Don't give it away. It's okay. It's a conversation. But
right.
You know, when you see the level of hypocrite that we dealing with, the hypocrisy is amazing. Like, not to take away from this point of just the government and hypocrisy, but you just had back in November. No, excuse me. When was the presidential debates? October?
It had been October. Early November.
So this is October.
In October, yeah.
Your two top candidates said, I would never take this vaccine. I would never take this vaccine. You got to be crazy. I'm not taking this vaccine. And what happened when you took office? Not only did you take it, but you tried to influence a whole nation to take it. And then you tried to send it over to other places. But you play on the ignorance of people not paying attention to you. Because I can go find the footage during the presidential debate where we're not taking this vaccine until it's thoroughly vetted. So my question to you is, when was the vaccine thoroughly vetted, or did you create a new vaccine in January when you took office? But
it's possible. We gonna get back to guns because YouTube will kill the whole live on the vax. Let's get back to they'll kill it for sure.
Because it's called it should be called the Trump scene. It should be called the Trump scene. It's so amazing, so effective.
Right. But my thing is that now you want government help to come out here to come take care of the streets that you're gonna pretend it's not your kids running. It's not your kids running. It's not your neighborhood. It's not your common kid. I remember back in the day, if I walked down the street and I looked the wrong way, Miss Walker, Miss Jenkins, Miss Jones, hey boy, you know I tell your mama on you, right? You better straighten up and fly right. Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry, ma'am. You have a great day. Now you try that on the streets. You better get in your house before I come over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't have control because you already lost control. But the minute you shoot somebody for breaking into your house, who's the bad guy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I'm like, if you want to bring out government officials, I'm gonna tell you like this: you finna see a bunch of armed people influencing a curfew. Because what they're going to do is try to be analytical and say between this time and this time is when the most shootings happen. And you have to be in the house between this time and this time when the most shooting happen. Go to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico don't play games. If you call in certain neighborhoods after a certain hour, they do sweeping cleans. And again, I hate to be that person. The only way you finna check Chicago or any other place that has this much crime is generational wipeout. Because somebody's hiding somebody. You can't tell me all this stuff is going on and somebody don't know. Come on, man, stop. But we raised to stop. We raised not to
exactly who did it.
Hell, you probably recorded it.
True. That's true. That's true. We definitely got to continue this conversation. Before we going into it on an hour, I want to end with this. And I know you're gonna find this funny, Marquise. I know you're gonna find this funny. How fast can you get your gun out of a purse? How fast? Your face. How fast can you get your gun out of a purse? Let's go. How fast you think you're gonna be able to get it out?
Are you about to attack?
I am about to attack. What you gonna do? What on that? I'm fucking.
You saw the clap, right?
Yeah.
You saw the clap.
Yeah.
Bruh, that has got to be the biggest fallacy I have ever heard about. And again, shout out to anyone who makes their living off making concealed carry purses. Shout out to you for doing it. But I'm just saying that to be nice. First of all, what does a purse snatcher snatch?
The purse.
So if you actually use the purse concealed carry the way it's supposed to be used, you're supposed to have your hand on your gun the whole time it's on you. If you're using a purse, that's the way it was actually designed. Is that your hand literally is on the gun so you can snatch it off and draw. Why? Why even do it? Why condition yourself to leave a hand on a gun? You know, I don't want to knock anyone if that's their living. But in my mind, I think purse concealed carry, and again, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is not the opinion of Mike or Sandman. This is Marquise's opinion. So if you got something to say, I'm okay with the heat. Give me all that heat. I need it anyway. But I think guns and purses is not a smart idea. That's the nicest way I'm gonna say that.
Now I'll go you on this. Let's look at this. And what I did was I slowed the playback speed. Here we go. In looking at this, excuse the sound. Look at her freeze up. It sounds very weird. It sounds very weird.
Psychedelic.
Yes. Look at her. Look at how fast she freezes. We're laughing. And then as soon as I attempt to rush her, after already telling her I was going to attack her, froze. Froze up. Froze up. Like
there's one more piece with that too, though, bruh. That's a mentality of saying what I'm going to do, but never trained it. Because if you're right-handed, why would you grab your gun from your right hand on your right shoulder?
Yeah,
on your left shoulder, so it could have been at least a cross draw, and maybe I'd have been like, okay, she got some skills. Nah, in your mind, you thought this is how I carry my purse, this is how I'm gonna carry my gun. Not realizing either A, get a technique, or B, get a technique. So
go ahead. I'll even tell you this. With all that, that's true. You know it, I know it, Sandman, you know it. Distance equals time. Distance equals time. You got to have the distance to have the time to shoot, grab, draw, kick, respond, anything. If you don't have the time, you have to manufacture the distance to have the time to do that stuff. So even if she had that, after I'd already told her that I was going to attack, the one thing she should have started to do, because she had the advantage to, was stop talking and create distance first, or even simultaneously while drawing that gun at the same time. You had all that room to move back, but you stayed there and engaged in needless conversation after I told you I was about to attack. Go.
But that goes to show you, though. It goes to show you what we try to preach to our students is you might think you have a game plan, but we're giving you a game plan. And you have to implement that game plan. You got to practice. I tell my students, you don't have your concealed carry yet, but, if you have your firearm and you have your holster that you're going to carry, get dressed and practice with it on. I clear my firearm and I get dressed, I put on, and I draw for about 3 to 5 minutes just to make sure that what I have on works where I'm going to be drawn a specific way. Because I don't dress this, well, technically I do dress the same every day. It's up a suit.
Yes.
Yeah. It's up a suit. It's up a suit.
Mm-hmm. If we're going to have 5'11" or tactical pants, I don't know what.
Yeah, I know, right? So I even got that 5'11" jeans. That's what's even worse, bro.
Yes.
But it's that same concept, though, of just taking that little bit of time and just drawing and practicing. You don't wait till stuff happens to figure out how to make something happen. What did Mike Tyson say? Mm-hmm. Everybody got a plan till you get punched in the mouth.
Punched in the mouth, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or better yet, everybody even got a plan until they hear the threat, and then they see this person who looks like they can carry it out regardless of skill, and they get stuck. Our bodies and brains are like computers. You got to put information into it for your body, for your brain to even have a deja vu moment, as in, we've been here before. This is what you did the last time. That's all you got. Put that shit in your response box. Hopefully it'll fucking work. It's
You know what? I had dated myself one day, and I was like, "Yeah, where's your mental Rolodex?" And it was like, Rolodex. I was like, "Oh, damn, okay."
Damn, yeah. What's a Rolodex?
What's a Rolodex? I was like, "Oh God, come on, y'all, stop! You're not gonna make me feel that old." You know.
I bet you gotta watch on. I gotta watch on. Yeah. Sam, man, you at home, you excused, but
I'm at home.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'm in jogging pants and t-shirt.
What's a watch?
But
we gotta have our phone.
I got the blick right there, though. I'm on the porch, and the blick is right there.
That's it.
Right there,
Hey, and he's in between, so don't nobody see shit. I'm just saying. Oh man. Gentlemen, this was an amazing conversation. I gotta agree with you all commenting. Andy Hamlis about choices. People got to find some morals, ethics, and values. That's the problem. Andre Lewis, you got to practice. Hey, Aaliyah, what's going on? She was out there at the July 27th event. Marquise, plug your business and your Red Dot course. Y'all got to check out his course. I'm gonna show you. Let me see. Bam. My certificate right here. See, I ain't just talking to shit like I done been in his class. I still got the certificate right here. This is the name of his company. Look, I am never one of those type of instructors where I don't mind even going and getting great training from other instructors, stuff like that, people who are even better than me. I yield because iron sharpens iron, but you got to be willing to have that iron bump up against a stone that's going to grind your ass and get in your ass to make you better. Because I'm telling you, Marquise, Sandman, me, any other instructor, we're not going to be out there to save your ass. You're going to have to save your own ass. That's it. We're going to give you the keys, and fuck if you use them. It's toilet paper on, and you going to wipe your ass. That's it. It's just what it is. Marquise, plug your shit.
So you can catch me at p6firearmstraining.com. I'm also on Facebook under P6 Firearms Training. I'm sometimes on Instagram, but just the Facebook is technically where I'm mostly at now because it's quick response on messages. Red Dot, we're doing an intro to Red Dot 4-hour course. That's going to be September 18th out in Wisconsin. If you're interested, I'm going to plug it up on the website. And it's just, as I said it before in multiple of the chats that we just had just now, you have to practice per tool, per attachment on your gun. If you got a hammer on your gun, you got to practice with that hammer. You got a safety on your gun, you got to practice with that safety. You got a red dot, you got to practice with it. You got a flashlight, you got to practice with it. It doesn't magically happen, but Mike can tell you all about it. Mike's a phenomenal instructor. From the looks of hearing Sandman, hey, I'm guessing my man got some math skills too. Hopefully we get him out there. We're doing, and Sandman, again, I'll get your info later. We're also doing an instructor development course where we all going to get it together as instructors and have some convos, kind of like this, but with bullets.
Yes, I can't wait. Yes, I'm there. I'm there. Yes, sorry, got excited. I'm there because that's what's needed. And if you're watching and you're an instructor, you need to do what I said on my Instagram or other places. You need to get a freaking mentor. You need to get a mentor, someone who can make you better. Please don't think that because you got that NRA, NAGA, USCCA, bumfuck Egypt course, please don't think that is going to make you a better instructor because you got that. That is the base. That's the foundation. Look, we are the collection of our education and experience. You got to get more experience. And if you don't know, get with others who know, who could actually teach you some more stuff. Because if you ain't been in the shit, you're not going to know what to say. What are you going to do when people ask you questions? What do you have? And it's nothing like having that deer in the headlights look when they got questions and you don't have answers. And then they come to somebody like Marquise, me, somebody better than, us, whatever, and they get their answers. And now you just lost out on a future student because they found out you don't know nothing because your ego was in the way. If you ain't a the greatest instructors are still great students. The fuck you want? That's it. That's what it is. It's what it is.
Absolutely. I consider myself an eternal student, always. And I just want to say something. I don't really want to plug, but I definitely want to plug these two gentlemen. Please sign up for whatever class they got. Keep signing up for, I tell people all the time, create an annual budget for your firearm instruction. Create an annual budget. Keep training, keep learning. Even if you just go on YouTube and see some stuff, and they got people that actually have videos where you can actually pay $15. Take that, apply all of the knowledge, and the event that's in Wisconsin on the 25th. Go out, go hunt down some ammo, bring your ass, because it's gonna be some free game. Like what you're going to get those hours is some of these instructors across the country probably gonna be charging $500. To be honest with you, I've seen it. Like we have to, like the black community. I'm speaking to the black community. If you see my white brother in here, peace to y'all, but I want to speak to my black community. We are definitely arrogant when it comes to guns. We feel like we don't have to train. We feel like anybody tell us shit. And we see it every fucking time we go to the range. We in the same motherfuckers coming to bitch with longest magazines ever. They can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, here's shit.
And they miss on a trained up. You know what I'm saying? Stay trained up.
They miss on a piece of paper that they ain't doing shit.
You got
and be proud.
You got the girls coming in with the standards.
And they be proud that they hit the paper, not the target. Not the target. They hit the paper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hit that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There is a difference between marksmanship and actual killing. There is a huge difference.
Yes.
And you can't get into a real situation with that range ego, because then when you don't get the outcomes that you got from the range, what do you have next?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have next?
Yeah.
Now, somebody put this on here. Kanan put this on. I can't translate it, but I had to put his comment up there. He said, peace and love, brothers and sisters from Kampala, the Swahili language, Kampala, Uganda, East Africa in the building. I'm glad you translated that. Welcome to have you, because I didn't read the rest at first. I was like, what was that? But I'm glad you did that. Yes, peace and love. And I guarantee you over there, they know shit is real. And I guarantee you got to train because it's real. Shit, right. American real and their real is night and day. Night and day. All right. It's been an hour 15. We've been rocking. I don't want to hold too much more of your time. Marcus, you want to come back for another one of these?
You know I'm down.
Man, Sandman, that's what I'm talking about. And we also going to bring other people a part of this conversation. I'm going to definitely extend the invite to the other instructors because I think that's one of the things that we need to do is use platforms, use each other's platforms to expand our bases and put that knowledge out there on different subject content because a 16-hour class ain't enough. There's only so much shit you could pack into that class. And that's 16 hours is better than what most states require from, other places. You only get 8, 4, 3, some shit, but we got to give the people more. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Make sure you go follow these gentlemen, sign up for their courses. If you want to come out to my course, MikeBrownsClass.com. Always support the channel, MikeBrownsMerch.com, things like that. That's what enables us to be able to continue this program. Shouts out to StreamYard. I love this. It makes me able to bring Marquise and everybody else on the line. It's amazing because trying to get all of us into the same room be difficult because we all in different places and stuff like that. But a platform like this makes it possible. Until next time, you all will talk. You all stay safe. Get your ass in somebody's concealed carry class. No one's got to protect you but you. I'll see you.
All right. Peace.